Welcome back to Motor Show Updates powered by Michelin Tires. Now we are covering two of the hottest motor shows in Europe at the moment, Paris Motor Show and Intermot. And since we are talking motorcycles, we are at Intermot. But before we continue, I like to request you guys to stay till the end of the video because you stand a chance to win some tires from Michelin. But for now, let's jump into the action. This one's coming from a brand called Horex, and they are here at Intermot with two motorcycles. One is a cafe racer, the second one is a standard. What do we have here? So the Horex, basically it's a very old brand. It's almost 100 years old, from Germany. They've known to make motorcycles in the past. They've had a hiatus for quite some time, but now they are back with these two bikes. The interesting part here is that VR6, right?
Yes, that VR6 is of absolute significance because the 6 is a 6-cylinder, but the real deal here is how the cylinders are actually configured.
So it's not exactly a V6, it's not exactly an inline 6. As the VR6 name implies, it's got 6 cylinders in a very interesting configuration. It's got 6 cylinders in a very narrow bank, very close together.
Exactly, we have heard of 45-degree twins, we have heard of 65-degree twins, we have even heard of 90-degree twins, but this is really compact.
Yeah, 15 degrees, so it's like really close. So it has almost the same dimensions as an inline 4 motor.
Now we have seen this motor previously as well, right?
Yeah, so this kind of configuration was used by Volkswagen in the past on their cars, on a couple of their cars, but now it's the first time we've seen this on a motorcycle.
Now this is a big motor, a little more than 1200cc. We have got about 163 HP of power, 128 Newton meters of torque, and this power configuration is for both the motorcycles, the Classic as well as the Cafe Racer. The difference, the big difference is the trolley frame that we have here. We have got steel trolley frame for the Classic, but here we have got a carbon trolley frame.
So that accounts for the weight difference between the two bikes because the Cafe is the slightly lighter one. So they are not light bikes by any means, they're still well over 200 kilos.
Yes. Another very interesting feature that we see on the Horex motorcycles that we have here is that motorcycles usually use a different kind of lubrication for the chain. In fact, in recent times we have seen aftermarket parts such come in where you have oil dripping in on the chain. So the chain is lubed continuously all the time. What do we have here?
This one uses a very unique system. It uses a solid block of graphite to lube the chain continuously. That is a really interesting but a really expensive way of lubing a chain.
Exactly, I'm going to take it away from you when you talk about expensive, because this indeed is an expensive, costly motorcycle, one of the most exquisite, exotic motorcycle brands in the world, and which is why this is going to cost you a staggering amount of 40,000 euros, which kind of puts it in the same talking point where we talk about motorcycles from Virus.
Yeah, it's just as exotic.
So on an ending note, what I would like to say is this is going to be made in very limited numbers. As we say, there's no official confirmation on that, but what is not limited is you guys, the number of likes that you are throwing. Make sure you keep throwing them with every video that you're watching. Drop in some comments, drop in some shares, and don't forget to tag Michelin when you share them ahead. Me and Priyadarshan will be back with some more motorcycles from Intermot 2018, and I hope you guys are enjoying all this coverage, all this motoring content that is coming your way.